Now there's nothing left of the structure. Good evening, everybody. I'm Kate Merrill.
And I'm Jim Armstrong. Thank you for joining us. The woman inside that house, incredibly, was able to escape. WBZ's Jim Smith is live in Taunton now with this breaking story. Jim?
In Taunton, Jim Smith, WBZ News. Kate and Jim, back to you.
Jim, thank you. A Dorchester man is under arrest tonight after an armed assault in the Fenway neighborhood early this morning. Boston police tell us a woman was attacked and thrown to the ground near Park Drive as the suspect attempted to steal her purse. When the victim fought back, police say that's when the attacker slashed her with a knife. Police were able to wrestle the suspect to the ground and arrest him several blocks away. The woman, we're told, suffered non-life-threatening wounds. 2 people rushed to the hospital after a car crashes through the front of a Dunkin' Donuts in Canton. It happened at the shop at Washington and Church Streets, right in the center of town. The woman driving and someone inside the Dunkin's were both hurt. However, both are expected to recover from their injuries. And the Patriots survive a close call against one of the best defenses in the NFL, beating the Jets comfortably at the end by 30-23.
But this was a tough game from the start, but the Pats remained perfect, 6-0 on the season.
A Boston family remains stunned tonight by the murder of a beloved father in Hyde Park. The victim's niece, a former police dispatcher, is under arrest tonight, and as WBZ's Paul Burton explains, the family's just trying to make sense of what happened.
It's a total shock. It's an understatement.
A 56-year-old Millbury woman is dead tonight, killed in a fast-moving fire in her own apartment. A call came in around 9 o'clock last night for a fire in this public housing apartment building on Elm Street. Officials say the woman was disabled and they believe she was smoking in bed. The 5-story building does not have sprinklers. Fire crews were able to contain the blaze to the victim's 3rd-floor apartment. Structural engineers, meantime, checking out a commercial building in Medford after the roof there partially collapsed. The building once housed a dry cleaner but was vacant at the time. Some of the damage could actually be seen from the street. A large section of the roof caved in with a lot of debris falling inside. The empty floor of this building was being evacuated at the time to remove hazardous materials. Engineers now have to decide whether or not that building needs to be torn down completely.
Controversial comments on the campaign trail.
Coming up, Ben Carson's position on abortion and what he wants to do if he becomes president.
He's no longer a candidate, but everyone is still talking about Joe Biden.
And Britain's Prince Harry coming to the U.S., what he plans to do in Washington, D.C. this week. Bit of a shakeup in campaign 2016. Dr. Ben Carson has overtaken Donald Trump as the leader of the latest poll in Iowa.
Today, the Republican candidate was asked about his position on abortion, and Carson said he wants abortion to be illegal in the United States. Well, Prince Harry is coming to America this week.
That's right. Kensington Palace announcing that His Royal Highness will be in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday. First Lady Michelle Obama and Dr. Jill Biden will join the prince at a military base in Virginia, where the trio will meet with wounded servicemen and servicewomen. Harry will also attend an event to promote the Invictus Games, which are coming to Orlando next year. The Invictus Games are a Paralympic-style competition for injured war veterans.
Well, today was one of those days where it started out really sort of depressing, and it got better as the day went on, which I guess is a good thing.
And I would say temperatures were milder than I thought they would be.
Yes, they were fantastic. And the
Patriots get a really solid win against an incredibly strong defense. Next in sports, we'll have another look at their victory over the Jets.
Plus a look at what you call a perfect fall Sunday in New England, a nice weather day, and then, of course, the Patriots helping us out.
I'm not going to call it a nail biter, but I'll say in the 3rd quarter, there were a couple of moments where I was intensely focused on the game. Let's put it that way. Danny Roach joins us now at the CBS scene. Danny, what's up?
Yeah, it was tense here at the CBS scene in those moments when they were down 20-16 before that.
You might see some unusual looking pumpkins if you're out trick-or-treating next weekend.
Turns out some families will be putting out teal-colored pumpkins. This way, kids who have food allergies can still take part in the fun without having to worry about things like peanuts or milk or soy. The Teal Pumpkin Project was launched to raise awareness and, of course, to give kids with allergies a safe alternative to candy.
And it's actually way more fashionable, so I like that better than the orange.
I hadn't thought of that, but I suppose that's the case.
That's true.
It's actually nicer.
Yeah, and Halloween, not looking too bad. Chilly. Kids may need the coat over the costumes, but it's dry for now. That may change in the next several days.
They're used to putting coats over their costumes every year.
You have to. It's that time of the year.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you back here at 11.
Everybody, the entire Taunton neighborhood felt the blast that leveled the home.
And instantly that house became a bonfire. This was the inferno that neighbors saw when they ran out into the street. A woman inside, incredibly, was able to escape. WBZ's Jim Smith is live at that scene in Taunton. Jim?
It was a frightening afternoon at a Dunkin' Donuts in Canton when a car came smashing right into the store.
The driver and an employee inside the shop had to be rushed to the hospital. The crash happened at the Dunkin' Donuts at Washington and Church Streets, right in the center of town. Police say the woman who was driving isn't sure what happened.
She was obviously stunned.
Police tell us the store wasn't very busy at the time, or else this accident could have been a lot worse. Both the driver and the employee are expected to be okay. A Dorchester man has been arrested after an armed assault in the Fenway neighborhood of Boston early this morning. Boston police tell us a woman was attacked near Park Drive and thrown to the ground as the suspect attempted to steal her purse. When she fought back, that's when police say 53-year-old Wayne Barber slashed her with a knife. Barber was chased down several blocks away where police wrestled him to the ground. We're told the woman sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Barber will be in court tomorrow. Police in Providence tonight are searching for a hit-and-run driver who seriously injured a firefighter. The head-on crash happened early yesterday morning. Police say 27-year-old Matthew Gallant was off duty when a car swerved into his pickup truck. Firefighters who arrived at the scene were shocked to learn the victim was one of their own.
So we're glad that he's got through surgery.
Gallant is a fourth-generation Providence firefighter. Tonight, his condition has been upgraded from critical to serious. Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon was reportedly rushed to Mass General Hospital last night, hours after accepting an award at the Harvard Lampoon. People magazine is reporting that Fallon fell when he abruptly turned around and tripped over a woman who was apparently kneeling down next to him. Fallon has also been sporting a bandage on a different finger he apparently hit or severed during an accident. Battle, advertised as a rock fight, and that is exactly what the Pats and Jets delivered this afternoon at Foxborough.
In a game where Tom Brady led the team in rushing, the Patriots earned a hard-fought win against the New York. It's just a guess. Well, she captioned the photo with, yeah, hashtag go Pats. Or hashtag look how good my seats are.
Giselle, silent on the issue that's consumed you all day. What about Tom Brady's plaid jacket coat that he was wearing at the press conference?
I want to know a little bit more about that.
He's consumed with it a little bit.
I do like it.
Much more still to come on the WBZ News at 10. The charges a woman is now facing after she's accused of driving into the crowd lining a homecoming parade.
The extraordinary rescue fishermen pluck an 18-month-old boy right out of the sea.
Drenching rains are making cars look like submarines in some parts of Texas. Wait until you hear how much rain has fallen there.
And royalty heading to the colonies, why Prince Harry is headed to the U.S.
Hey, if you'd like to suggest an artist or musical theme for the tunes we play before break, send us a tweet. You're watching the WBZ 10 p.m. news. Stay with us.
Just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee. And baby,
Homecoming horror at Oklahoma State University.
4 people, including a 2-year-old, were killed when a car drove into the crowd. Brian Webb reports a 25-year-old woman has now been charged with 4 counts of second-degree murder. Hurricane Patricia didn't cause as much damage as was once feared, but the remnants of that storm continue to drench Texas. In some parts of that state, they are measuring rainfall in terms of feet rather than inches. Flash flooding in Houston led to some closure of some of the city's downtown highway exits. Cars have been found submerged on roads. Raw sewage has also been flooding into some roadways. More than 20 inches have fallen in some places since just Friday.
Well, there's a feel of fall outside tonight.
Not that much rain to worry about. Luckily, that's certainly good. Here's a live look over the city this evening. Meteorologist Pamela Gardner joins us now with a look at the forecast. Pamela?
Well, hey there, and you can see.
I don't care about the entire week. I just care about Saturday. I don't know. I'm a little focused.
It's a little about because the temperature is what matters on Halloween. I mean, rain just makes it miserable. But if the temperature's good, then the kids are happy, and then we're happy.
Yeah, temps are pretty seasonable. It'll be cold enough that they'll have to wear the coat over the costumes, trick or treating. But it is what it is.
You know, as long as the kids get a lot of candy, then we can steal the candy from our kids, and that's
you
all.
have to.
Just screening it for them so that I can make sure they're safe. Right, exactly.
Pamela, thank you.
A little boy who was going to miss out on Halloween because of medical treatments got a big surprise today.
Halloween came early. 10-year-old Levi Whitcomb had a brain tumor removed. Now, we know foods we love. Some of them, they are bad for us. But when it comes to hot dogs, we have some very bad news tonight.
Really, really painfully bad news, as a matter of fact. But here's the question. Will this news keep you from downing hot dogs in the future? That's our talker tonight, coming up next.
All right, here we go. Strictly speaking, it's not the prime season for enjoying a hot dog, so that makes this news a little easier to swallow.
But a company called Clear Foods set out to study the accuracy of the content labels on several major hot dog brands. Among the highlights, if I can call them that, human DNA was found in 2% of hot dogs. Wait, the news gets worse for veggie dogs, where human DNA was present in, wait for it, 67% of the sample. More bad news.
That's not veggie.
It turns out when it comes to vegetarian products in general, Kate, 10% actually contain meat.
Wait a minute, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Stop. Human DNA?
Yes.
So we were talking about this in the newsroom. We need a lot of clarity about what that means.
What does that mean?
Right, like one hopes it's like a hair that fell out of your...
What does that mean?
Fingernail? Finger? I don't know.
Skin
I don't want to know. Yeah, skin.
Human DNA?
All of those are...
Here's the issue. Does this make you think about your food choices? You know that some food is bad, you still eat it, but hot dogs, does that make you change? I mean, we all kind of knew it's kind of a mystery meat, but does it change your idea?
Probably not, but that's gross, disgusting. But processed foods, that's kind of a thing.
Right.
I mean, they've found many things in processed food, bread even.
Yeah.
So it becomes that thing at a cookout where you're gonna get the hot dog, throw some ketchup and mustard on it, and go, I heard this crazy story last November. It was nuts. This is delicious.
You're not invited to my barbecue this summer.
That's okay.
No. What do you think?
I'm done.
You're done.
Done.
Cold
Really?
turkey?
Done.
Okay.
Well, human DNA will do that to
Done.
you.
I, for one, will probably still eat them because they are very delicious.
They're all kinds of delicious, exactly.
I mean, who knew? Human DNA might not taste
Done.
so bad.
It's a staple at the all games.
Yes.
Come on.
Well, we want to hear from you. You can tweet us. Our Twitter handles are listed below. What do you think? Just use the hashtag WBZ10
Human
so
DNA?
we can see it.
In the dogs.
Yes. We'll be right back with another half hour of news right after this. Stay with us.
You're out. You're done.
30.
A home in Taunton completely destroyed after it was rocked by an explosion and then burst into flames. The woman who was inside the home at the time was incredibly able to get out before the blast. No one was injured. Investigators believe the explosion was caused by a gas leak. Turning our attention back to weather now. A nice mild day today. And if I heard Pamela right earlier, close to 70 again over the next couple days?
Oh, can't wait for that, Pamela. But all eyes are on the Halloween forecast.
At the end of the day, he just wasn't emotionally up to it. That's what the vice president told 60 Minutes tonight in his first television interview since publicly ruling out a run for president. Joe Biden said he simply wasn't done grieving the death of his son. Biden also told 60 Minutes he will never again run for political office.
Today was one of those Sunday mornings when you woke up, you saw the rain, you turned over, you said, I don't want to get out of bed today.
Some of us may have slept a couple of hours extra. No names. Me, actually. Pamela Gardner joins us now live with a look at the forecast. Looking ahead, Pamela?
Yeah, we had those few showers that moved.
And we'll plummet to 40.
Exactly. It's so fascinating.
It is. All right, Pamela, thank you. Well, the Pop-Tart makers over at Kellogg's are rolling out some new flavors.
And bacon lovers, for one, will be smiling. Coming in December, a maple and bacon flavored Pop-Tart will be hitting store shelves. There will also be a limited edition frosted watermelon and frosted chocolatey caramel Pop-Tarts as well. Wait. Pink lemonade arrives in stores in April, a pink lemonade Pop-Tart.
No.
And limited edition, to make it extra special, frosted spring strawberry comes out early next year. Pop-Tarts, by the way, have been around since 1964.
I wouldn't pick any of those flavors to be in a Pop-Tart, not one of them.
Standard cinnamon?
Yes, that's okay. Blueberry, good.
That'll make it work. You're saying actually toast them, though. I never get to that. But I open them up and just chow on them.
You have to toast them.
Do you? You don't. I'm here to say you don't.
You do. You do. Well, still to come on the WBZ News at 10, Prince Harry's upcoming visit to Matt Damon's out-of-this-world adventure continues to be the most popular movie in America.
The Martian was #1 at the box office this weekend in the 4th week in theaters. The sci-fi thriller took in more than $15 million in ticket sales. Goosebumps, based on the beloved children's book series, came in 2nd place. That movie stars Jack Black as author R.L. Stein. Goosebumps made more than $14.5 million. And Bridge of Spies, the Cold War era film featuring Tom Hanks and directed by Steven Spielberg, was the 3rd, selling more than $11 million in tickets. And legendary motorcycle stunt rider Robbie Knievel is back living up to the family name to celebrate his sobriety. The son of Evel Knievel completed what for him is a modest feat. 30-yard ramp-to-ramp jump at a casino in Palm Springs, California. He did it last night. Knievel, by the way, has already jumped the Grand Canyon.
Well, cue the cute. We'll be right back with a Halloween contest for dogs.
They came dressed as superheroes, dinosaurs, and even the Pope.
What's cuter than the Pontiff puppy? Nothing. But this wasn't your ordinary Halloween party. This was a Halloween contest for canines. More than 300 four-legged contestants scared up their best costumes to parade around this 25th annual event in New York City. In a park, the pooches paraded and preened before the judges. The event raises money for the upkeep of the park's dog run. And I have to say, I am a mother, but I think dogs dressed up are cuter than kids dressed
up. The
up.
giraffe dog looked straight up confused, though, right? Like if he saw himself in a mirror, he would have not entirely sure what's going on.
His other friends making fun of him.
Yeah, totally.
My dog's a land shark. He has the fin on the back.
Oh,
so cute.
Slightly cooler than the Marty McFly dog. You saw him, right?
Yes.
Still had the dog theme, the hot dog thing, DNA.
Yes. You're catching on. Yes. You're right. Steve, thanks for joining us. Good night.
Developing news in Taunton. Investigators are searching for the cause of an explosion that obliterated a home. Earlier, that single-family house was completely engulfed in flames. The entire neighborhood could feel the power of this blast. Good evening. I'm Jim Armstrong.
And I'm Kate Merrill. Thanks.
Turning to sports now. We had to hold our breath for a moment this afternoon, but the Patriots were able to withstand a big challenge from the Jets, winning at home at Gillette 30-23.
But they do not have long to savor this victory. Another tough opponent just days away.
A Dorchester man is under arrest tonight after an armed assault in the Fenway neighborhood of Boston earlier this morning. Boston police tell us that a woman was attacked and thrown to the ground near Park Drive as the suspect attempted to steal her purse. When the victim fought back, that's when police say the attacker slashed her with a knife. Police wrestled the suspect to the ground and arrested him several blocks away. The woman, we're told, suffered non-life-threatening injuries. And a frightening afternoon at a Dunkin' Donuts in Canton when a car came smashing into the store. The driver and an employee inside the shop had to be rushed to the hospital. The crash happened at the Dunkin' Donuts at Washington and Church Streets, right near the center of town. Police say the woman who was driving tells them she wasn't sure what happened.
She was obviously stunned.
Now, police tell us the store wasn't busy at the time, or else this accident could have been a whole lot worse. Both the driver and the employee are expected to be okay. Still ahead tonight, a dramatic rescue at sea.
When a life jacket floated by, fishermen thought it was empty. Coming up, what they found instead.
Also, a look inside that Special Forces raid that cost an American soldier his life.
And
a simply remarkable rescue of an 18-month-old baby at sea, all of it captured on video. Turkish fishermen were searching for survivors after a boat carrying migrants capsized. They came across a floating life jacket. When they looked inside, they found a baby boy. They quickly pulled him out of the water, stripped off the vest, and tried to clear his lungs of water. It worked. The little boy survived and was taken to a local hospital.
Unbelievable. Well, new video has tonight.
In his very first television interview since publicly ruling out a run for president, Joe Biden said he simply was not done grieving over the death of his son. Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon was reportedly rushed to Mass General Hospital last night, just hours after accepting an award at the Harvard Lampoon in Cambridge. People magazine is reporting tonight that Fallon fell when he abruptly turned around and tripped over a woman who was kneeling down nearby. Fallon has also been sporting a bandage on a different finger that he nearly severed during an accident last June.
Today it finally hit me that our foliage season is starting to quickly end. You see the leaves all falling and you're like, no, don't go anywhere.
Feels like it's about 10 minutes this year, right? It was nothing and now it's everything and then it'll be gone.
Oh, crazy. It's happening so fast. So enjoy the color while you can. We still have another week or two, at least here in Boston and the Cape. Maybe. If that.
It's not fair, Pamela. Look at this. This is amazing.
There's still brilliant color found out there. Plenty of leaf peeping.
Patriots on a roll, and we like it.
Bit of a nail-biter at Foxborough. Steve Burton, our sports director, joins us now. Today was tense.
It was tense, but you know what? They just do it. They just deliver.
You're calm. I like your calm.
You like that? Yeah. I was nervous.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Well, Tom Brady put it best. It wasn't how they drew it up, but they'll take the win. The Pats beat the Jets today in Foxborough 30-20.
Halloween came a bit early today for a little New Hampshire boy who was going to miss trick-or-treating because of medical treatments.
10-year-old Levi Whitcomb.
You might see some unusual-looking pumpkins if you're trick-or-treating next weekend. Some families will be putting out teal-colored pumpkins to show that they are offering non-candy treats as an alternative. This way, kids who have food allergies can take part in the fun without having to worry about things like peanuts, milk, or soy. We'll be right back.
Matches my house much better. All right, sounds good.
That's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget Sports Final coming up next. Thanks for watching.
Big show coming up next. Have a great night, everybody.